Hi, I'm Jason Gorber, and we're here to stop making sense.
Exchange.
So, Talking Heads, band started late 70s, art school crowd, Rhode Island School of Art, if I recall, somewhere up there. Kind of an astonishing band, went through so many phases, so it's incredible songwriting, incredible musicianship. And for many people, their peak's actually a live record. Concert sort of put together by the band. David Byrne, by that point in time, had really become the focus of so much of their theatricality, their frontman. But there had been so much going on. Talk Talk being a side project. There's a lot going on. But this beautiful, beautiful movie by Jonathan Demme called Stop Making Sense really solidified their sort of immortality of a particular type of live act. That's continued over the years. David Byrne's American Utopia, we've actually discussed on the channel before, was an astonishing concert performance, then became Broadway. Real great place for it to be. And Stop Making Sense, again, as a documentation of a particular era, is a transcendent concert film. You can not like this band and still get so much out of the actual performance. It is quite extraordinary. It starts quite famously with David Byrne with the boombox just playing the Psycho Killer drum lick and him on acoustic guitar, and then slowly builds up as band members sort of go to the stage, and so you have this arc, in a way, a narrative arc to the way that the music's actually being done and the concerts being developed, which is very, very theatrical in the best possible way. Almost operatic, certainly compositional, and treating the live performance as something much more than just spectacle, but something quite extraordinary. And we've been privileged to have a number of really extraordinary releases for Stop Making Sense, and we're in the midst of a sort of resuscitation of this for a new generation. So let's talk about the movie itself first. This is actually the Blu-ray, the last sort of high-ish resolution version, HD resolution that came out. It's got all the tracks that you would expect, but it has some. I always love the bonus features on this. It actually has. It has the never before seen 1 hour press conference, which is always fun. It has the bonus tracks, but it has the audio commentary by all 4 band members and director Jonathan Demme. It kind of sort of switches between them. They're like recorded separately because, quite famously, the band, certainly after breaking up, not a lot of love lost between them all. So there are 3 main mixes on this, which is sort of indicative of how the actual the band's cooperation sort of work. So there's the feature film mix, and then a what do they call it? They just call it here DTS Master Audio 5.1 studio mix. That's what they call it, right? So one of them is a much more. It feels like you're in the studio listening to it, and the other one feels like you're in a theatrical environment. And really, it was 2 of the band members doing 2 different 5.1 mixes and not necessarily cooperating on either of them, that you actually sort of get 2 facets of the band. It's really interesting actually to switch back and forth for this. The surround mix are quite good. Jonathan Demme, since departed, obviously, but a phenomenal filmmaker at the best times, but I just loved his docs so much. Pablo's hand-drawn credits echoing stuff like Doctor Strangelove. There's just so much to love about this. Now, when the original film soundtrack came out, this is what it looks like. This is, I believe, a first pressing. Available on cassette and compact disc. So this would have been mid-'80s. This might be a second pressing. But yeah, so what do we have on the back here? Why Stop Making Sense? Why a movie? Why tour? Why do the musicians come out gradually? Well, we discussed that. What will the band do next? Where do the odd movements come from? Again, famously Byrne with his slightly spasmodic movements. Are live concerts better or worse than records? Why no special effects in the movie? Why a big suit? And why was a digital system used for sound? So this is one of those funny things. Like, so we have a recording at the time. This was a big deal that it was done digitally. It's like this was the better way to go. Now that we have particular fetishization for certain analog production, that's where we're going. We can have the discussion about why something recorded digitally and pressed on vinyl actually can still sound pretty damn good. I understand it's a complicated thing, but I will simply say that I have the multi-channel mix and we have a 2-channel mix, and then we're going to see what just came out. So on this, we have a record listing here and then that. But you can see, if I take it out, right, sort of a head-cropped version of David Byrne in the giant suit. Actually, they did a really beautiful teaser trailer for this of him going to a dry cleaners and taking the suit out. Because here I am, I'm recording this in August 2023. It was just announced yesterday, actually, the IMAX presentation of Stop Making Sense, and they're doing a Q&A from the Toronto International Film Festival. The 4 band members, along with Spike Lee, who directed the American Utopia doc, are doing a Q&A session, and which will be broadcast to IMAX theaters all over North America, if not the world. I believe it's Europe, all over the world, from Toronto. And this event is taking place at the Scotia Theatre here. And I am desperately trying to get tickets for it. Wish me luck. I will certainly happily report if I actually get into it. Regardless, the new release sort of corresponds with another push to actually recognize just how bloody incredible this live record is. Yeah, copyright 1984. So yeah, this is a first pressing that would have been like right when CDs were sort of coming out. Right, this is a new guy. So this actually gets released on the Friday. And we have some tracks on here that were not on the original. This is a single disc. This is a double disc. So we can see, so this has, if I sort of hold them up, so if we're going to do it here, Psycho Killer, same. Then we got Heaven. Heaven's not on the other one. Thank You for Sending Me an Angel. Not on this one. Found a Job. Not on this one. Then Slippery People is same. Then Cities. Not on this one. Then Burning Down the House. Next track. Then Life During Wartime. Making Flippy Floppy and Swamp. Again, all tracks not on here. What a Day That Was is after Once in a Lifetime, which is switched, actually. So this was Once in a Lifetime on the beginning of track 1, side 2. Once in a Lifetime, then What a Day That Was. And on this, it is What a Day That Was, and then This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody, and then Once in a Lifetime. Then Big Business, I Zimbra, also not again on here. And then Genius of Love, Go For It Is Better, Take Me to the River, which is the last track on here, and then Cross-Eyed and Painless. So previously unissued, a bunch of stuff was actually issued on the CD, but this stuff there. So the Talk Talk stuff is available here sort of for, excuse me, the first time. As it says on the front, music from the film by Jonathan Demme and Talking Heads. So yeah, they co-directed, co-presented it, whichever way you want to look at it. Newly remastered, special limited edition, 2 LP package. Features the complete show on vinyl for the first time. Also includes original booklet with additional liner notes written by Tina Weymouth, David Byrne, Chris France, and Jerry Harrison. So they were, the 4 members of the Talking Heads. Let's do it this way. If we sort of break this down, Psycho Killer, Heaven, Thank You for Sending Me, Found a Job, Slippery People. So Cities not on the movie. There we go. That's the asterisk one. Then Burning Down the House. Life During Wartime. Making Flippy Floppy, as we said. Swamp. What a Day That Was. This Must Be the Place. Naive Melody. Once in a Lifetime. Then The Big Business, I Zimbra. Again, not on the actual film as part of it. Those are the bonus tracks that are included on the disc, but not in the order in the film. I was just absolutely confirming that, and I was correct. Jesus of Love, Go For It Is Better, Take Me to the River, and Cross-Eyed, and Painless. So there we go. So the bonus tracks were on here, but not cut into the film, whereas this actually has all the tracks in the order in which they were played. So let's crack this open and actually see what the thing looks like inside. I assumed it would be a gatefold, but it is not. It's one of these multi-disc thingies with one side, which I'm less of a fan of. I actually really like gatefolds, but you know, it's a bit more expensive. So inside here, we're going to get what I fear, I bet. We have paper sleeves. Not polyline, just regular paper sleeves. So we're going to look into that in a second. Let's look at the booklet and all that stuff, right? A really nice booklet. There's your original thing. There's all that verbiage that I was talking about before. It's probably hard to see, but you get the idea. And then inside, yeah, really lovely photographs of the show and of the band. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, recorded at Pantages Theater in Hollywood, December 1983 by the Record Plant Mobile. What a movie. What a concert. Cannot wait till I actually dig in and listen to this. I'm just going to double check. I think in this one, yeah, so this is what you got in the original, this kind of sleeve, right? So a paper sleeve with some black and white images, but that's all you got in this one. And again, the single disc. Now we have a double disc. So, and if you look at the, this is again that. So we have Stop Making Sense with the logo, and then the song listings on this side. That's what the first pressing, I guess, is the first. This actually might be a first American. Huh. So there you go. So what do we got here? Stop Making Sense, and again, same kind of artwork, except we have it on both sides. So I'm going to do what I always do with paper sleeves, which is open them this way, because I'm not pulling them out. And I gotta say, on first look, everything looks okay. It's certainly going to go into the degrader, but it looks okay. I don't see any weird marks, no weird fuzz like I've been getting on some of them. There's a little bit of schmutz over there, but you know, I think that'll be fine as I plop it in here and get ready to clean. And then let's open up the other one just for double checking, because why not? You get to see my pain if I open it up and like, oh my god, there's a giant gash on it. Wouldn't be the first time. The joy of vinyl. So yeah, bunch of paper particulates on here. If this sleeve, just get a record cleaner, whatever it is, spin clean something. Wash it with a wet cloth, whatever you got to do. Don't just put this on your turntable if you can help it. I know I sound like a lunatic, but really it'll make everything just that much better. Yeah, so a bunch of dust and stuff like that, but I don't see any specific marks. Anyway, I'm super excited for this re-release. I cannot wait for a 4K release at home, but more importantly, seeing this bloody thing on an IMAX screen is going to be amazing. This is just truly an extraordinary film, and as much as I sort of appreciate Talking Heads, I don't listen to them nearly as much as some of the other bands. This is just this is like Last Waltz. This is like Woodstock. This is one of those concert movies that, Summer of Soul, that are just transcendent of the band that they capture. And 100% worth your while. And that's our look. There we are at the new Talking Heads Stop Making Sense. Music from a film by Jonathan Demme and Talking Heads. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think about this particular band and this particular release. Go to our website and check out all the other stuff that's on our site. We'd really love that. Thatshelf.com. I'm Jason Gorber. Thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you next video. Take care, guys.